Welcome back to Insuright Claims Clinic case first today. We are going to today talk about a recent case which I went through. A very surprising case for me and very funny, I would call it. So what happened was I got a call from one of my channel partner stating that Ajay, this claim has been rejected. So I asked, what exactly is this issue? What has happened? And the issue was basically a 10-month-old baby, wherein they had bought a health insurance policy through us, wherein husband, wife, and newborn baby was added into the policy. So baby turned about 10-month-old when the claim occurred. The situation was when the baby was about 10 months. And baby was running through a high fever for almost 4-5 days. 104, 105, fever is not coming down. And the parents were, very tensed for the situation. And in this situation now, a doctor says them to get hospitalized, the baby to be hospitalized. The situation is such that parents will not think twice before hospitalizing a baby, and they initiated the process of hospitalization. While as it was just a fever and which can be treated probably from anywhere, the insurance company rejected the claim. Very surprisingly, and the parents were tense, and I got a call. So first thing, why such a rejection? Why the reason for rejection should be there?
See, I would remember the introductory talk I saw, the claim process should be handled in a sensitive way. Now, I have a hunch here that insurance company was only thinking about as a fever. Fever, why a person has to be admitted. Probably they overlooked the fact they are not registered that it's a 10-month-old baby which has got a continuous fever. Even as an adult, if I have a 4 days continuous fever, some stage or other I may get admitted. But here a small baby who cannot communicate, 10 months old baby, I mean, naturally, even a doctor would advise that baby to be. See, only important thing is the baby should be under constant observation.
Correct.
Okay, as an adult, it's fine, but
Correct.
as a baby, the baby has to be under constant observation. I do not know what exactly the doctor has finally diagnosed it, but the real situation is that it has to be under observation, and observation has to be under doctor's care.
Correct.
Now, my question is, you intervened. What exactly a new fact you brought it to the insurance company's notice?
So frankly, when I got a call, I called up the claims person in that insurance company, and I told please understand, if as a parent, if I have to hospitalize my baby or who is 10 months old, I will not think twice if doctor says me to hospitalize the baby. And believe me, any parent for that matter will think twice. Your logic is that it's a generic fever. Why it has to be hospitalization? But yes, hospitalization is needed because the situation is not improving for last 4-5 days. Fever is not getting down, and in any situation, if doctor says to hospitalize, I would hospitalize. How can you reject the claim on that ground?
The question is, the way we are discussing whether insurance, that person who processed the claim, was he thinking?
Yes, he was not. And then later, after my intervention, he agreed and he approved the claim.
So no new information was added.
There was nothing new which I gave.
It is just
but we have created a dent in the customer's mind that your claims would not be paid smoothly.
That experience, that is what exactly we are talking about.
Yeah.
Such kind of experiences will create that negativity towards claims and of course towards the insurance.
Correct.
This is exactly, I understand the situation. I'm looking from both the sides. I'm also looking at the role of an intermediary like a broker or agent who is emotionally, they are not directly connected to the issue like parents. They are emotionally distressed. They cannot put out the fact. As an intermediary, you are a neutral person who can reason it out and then present it to the insurance company to make them think in the way it should be thought about. A bit of sensitive approach would make that, even once they have that sensitivity, they won't even reject the claim. Even they may hold the claim for a few more hours.
Correct.
Why a hurry to tell them not payable? That is what I would like to.
Very true. So I understand that as an insurer, you are keeping a custody of people's money, right? But it's not your money ultimately. Please understand, when it comes to a claim, every claim you cannot judge or see from the same angle.
Yes.
You have to evaluate every claim in a different fashion, isn't it? Like, very surprising when I saw that claim getting settled after half an hour of my discussion, but before it was rejected. What was the logic behind rejection first?
That's it. I said probably they are looking only it as a fever, 4 days fever. Why it has to be admitted? Probably they overlook the fact that it is for a small child. A child when he's running constant fever for 4 or 5 days needs to be under a doctor's observation.
Yeah.
We don't know about the diagnosis, but the reality is that fever is there. It is not a abnormal. That too 104. It has to be under doctor's observations. Probably 2 days of admission, some medication, the fever will come down, the baby will get discharged. That's all.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to say, because claim process, when you talk about, irrespective of the stature of the customer, whatever it is, it has to start with a sensitive approach. That's why we take a lot of time in writing mails. We may take few days, 1 or 2 days extra time before sending a communication, but we worded it very carefully. It needs to be worded very carefully.
Very true.
That's very important.
Very true.
That's what I would like to say. So nothing has changed here. What has changed is that making the insurance company to look at it in a slightly different way.
So, before we conclude this discussion, I want to ask you what would have been your submission or suggestion to this situation in this case what we spoke right now.
See, put it this way: when I was handling claims for an insurance company, when I was working for an insurance company, also I used to tell my team members, see, when you handle a claim, you can look at it in two ways: how to pay, how not to pay. See, that's the thing. Many times they say it is all in the hands of the claims person who is handling it. See, I am not saying we have to pay all the claims, fraudulent claims, or really the claims which cannot be paid, you need not pay. But when all the information, whatever available information is there, whatever information the claims person has asked, and that has been submitted, there is nothing more to ask.
Yeah.
That means all the information has come. Now, now we have to look at how this claim can be paid.
Yeah.
Okay, if you don't want to pay, no problem. But if you say you are not going to pay, see, when the person is writing the rejection letter, that time itself, logically there will be
substantial reasons to reject.
You cannot conclude that letter. Writing a rejection letter is the most difficult part.
There has to be reasonable reasons for
reasons come. When there is a reason, the logical flow will come.
Correct.
The logical flow depends on the information and documents you have, because logical flow, you have to substantiate with documents. Correct. If information in documents is not there and still we write a letter of rejection, then the rejection letter itself will have a lot of logical inconsistencies which will go against the insurance company. So when I say I'm going to reject a claim, I foresee all kind of such situations. Suppose I am standing in the court of law, somebody is countering me, will I able to answer it? Even if there is a 0.001% of inconsistency, that means the claim is, you cannot reject it. So in this particular case, if you look at it, what is the logical? Nothing. If that person is taken to court, can he say no? If he asks to draft a letter, rejection, can he write a properly worded rejection letter? No. In such cases, pay the claim.
Yeah.
Why to stretch the process?
Correct.
And put the company into difficulty? Correct. And create a negative mindset in the minds of the customer? I feel this should be the approach.
Very true. Very true. Thanks very nicely what you spoke about.
This was been guiding factor for me all along.
I understand. Yes. So a small emotional quotient would have changed the entire claim process, and the thought process about how the customer views insurer, how the customer views a claim, and his mindset would have changed completely. But probably we have created a dent in the customer's mind. So I would say, again, every insurance company, as sir said, we should have some emotional quotient when we are dealing with a claim. Every customer is not fraud. Every claim is not fraud. So we should not be looking at everything from the negative angle, and should be looked at, evaluated from a very, very positive manner. So thank you viewers for watching this video. We are very happy and delighted to service you, support you on all the claims related matters. Please feel free, if you have faced any situation, any condition where you feel our intervention, our support can help you. Our team can help you in evaluating any running claims of yours also, which can be helpful to your settlement of your claim. Thank you. Thanks once again for watching. Please do subscribe if you have not subscribed yet, and follow us for more videos like this.